Hooray!
love to say that. Okay, so there we go. All right. Let's just make sure that we're live. We are. Okay.
We are. We're good.
There is a major delay, so if you are live with us, there is a major delay. However, I think when only one person speaks, it's sounding great. So we are going to like stop.
Yes, we will.
All right. So, welcome. All right. Okay, so I'm talking before we start say questions about and then her telling us all about CBD. We want to remind you that Shay is giving away 1 5 milliliter of full spectrum CBD oil with 1 5 milliliter of relief balm to one lucky winner. However, I did write them in the description of this video, and we did put Kira definitely put them in the group already, and we have been announcing it. So to enter the giveaway, you have to be registered for the master class, and make sure you let us know. Like, come back here and say, I'm registered for the master class, or take a screenshot, however. And then like all of our 3 pages. So we have all the links in the description of the video, and I can definitely put them in the comments while Shay is talking. And just make sure you let us know, because Kira and I don't read minds. Unless you do, Kira.
Maybe.
So for now, we only have 2 people for the giveaway, right?
Yeah. Come on, guys.
Come on.
We know more than 2 people are interested.
Yes, we do. So we know that you want to win her, and I tried her CBD, and it's amazing. And
Well, we
that Kira did too. So yeah. And without further ado, this is Miss Shay. Tell us all about CBD.
Hey everybody, I'm so excited to be here with you guys. I'm over in Eastern time, so it's like 10 o'clock at night at my house, so I am sitting here in my pajamas. So, get comfy, get a glass of wine, whatever you need to do, get some CBD, calm down, relax, and enjoy. We'll have some fun tonight, I think. Let's, are you guys ready to dig in? Should we just get started?
Get started.
Tell us cool. about yourself, and just introduce people to CBD that maybe don't even know what CBD is.
Yeah, absolutely. I do get that all the time. What is CBD? What is this stuff, and why is everybody so excited about it all the time? So yeah, let's get started. CBD is basically a cannabinoid that is part of the cannabis plant. CBD is found in both hemp and marijuana plants. The kind that we're going to talk about for the majority of tonight comes from the hemp plant. The marijuana plant is, of course, legal in some states. It's not legal in all of them, and that's not what we'll mostly be talking about tonight anyway. But we will get into that a little bit with the THC and the drug testing and all that fun stuff. So CBD is a cannabinoid from the cannabis plant. CBD kind of talks to we all have an endocannabinoid system, and CBD activates those receptors in that endocannabinoid system. So what that means is that basically it kind of turns on all of these, it just activates all of your organs, all of your tissues, all of your bodily functions, everything to operate optimally. So it's kind of exciting. It's not like CBD is not like this magic, plant that just does all these amazing things. No, it kind of is just telling your body, hey, here's the stuff you need for your body to heal itself. So it's kind of super cool. CBD does not get you high. There is no psychoactive component to it, which is huge. That's like the number 2 question. Of course, people are like, what's going to happen if I take this? Reefer madness, all that thing. So, yes, exactly. So then that kind of brings us to that's basically CBD in a nutshell. It is a little part of the cannabis plant that comes from the resin of the plant itself. You kind of get it into a form, mix it with a carrier oil, and that's what comes in a CBD bottle for the most part. We'll talk about other ingredients and stuff later. Are you guys getting feedback from me, or are you hearing me okay? Okay.
Just delayed.
Okay. All right. I keep hearing myself, so I'm like, am I talking? Are you guys hearing me? Okay. So let's dig into the next part is going to be the THC, which is the next thing that people ask me about a lot. Is there THC in CBD oil? Well, technically, yeah, there can be. But the legal limit in almost all of the states, there are some very lucky states that can use higher amounts of THC, but we can't. So I know Kira's like, yeah. Everybody there can benefit from it. THC is awesome because it's also has huge medicinal, properties and all kinds of amazing things besides the high that you get, because that's a whole different animal. But THC is a tetrahydrocannabinol, and that is the psychoactive compound. It's cannabis plant. There's 0.3% THC in a full spectrum CBD oil, which is the maximum amount allowed across the board, generally just about in every state. So in a high quality CBD oil, that's what you are going to get up to that amount. Something less than that is okay. You want to get somewhere right in that range. No. So let's see. Oh, the next thing that people ask me, do you guys often hear about drug testing?
Yeah. All the time. I always just said that.
Yeah. Super interesting stuff. There's the federal guidelines that are issued under the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, which we're going to call the SAMHSA. That's a lot easier to say than all that. As per the SAMHSA, the cutoff limit for the presence of THC is 50 milligrams per milliliter. Because everyone is different, our bodies process THC and CBD differently than anyone else. Your body's going to process it differently than mine. My body's going to process it differently than Kira's, the whole 9 yards. So everybody's got their own individual body chemical makeup. And that also has to do with, what your BMI levels are, your metabolism, all these, your diet, all these different things. So it's really hard to gauge exactly how much cannabis it will take, how much CBD it will take to surpass that 50 milligram cutoff, including in CBD oil. If somebody took a massive dose of CBD oil, let's do like 1,000 milligrams, which would be like absolutely huge because the standard dose is like 20 milligrams, something like that. So if somebody took 1,000, that's like whopping of CBD. So in 1,000 milligrams, you have the 0.3% THC. Theoretically, you may ingest up to 6 milligrams of THC, which sounds kind of high when you think about, the federal legal limit is 0.3% and you're ingesting, 6 milligrams. But for reference, a standard good-sized joint with high-quality marijuana contains about 50 milligrams of THC, which is vastly different than 6. So the 50 milligram joint is probably going to cause you to fail a drug test. But 6, those people will find that.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
So even after. Say that again.
Can I interrupt you for a second? Can we remove, is it okay if you remove the headphones to see if it gets a little bit better because it's still choppy?
Is it still choppy?
Yeah.
Let me see. My family is asleep, so I'm going to try and move around. But I have to stay in this room.
Okay, yeah. No worries. I just wanted to see if we can do, I don't know, sometimes maybe the headphones, I don't know, it may not be it. I'm just trying to troubleshoot something.
Okay. Okay. Just flag me down if we need to move around or something. I'm going to try and scoot over this way some and see if that helps.
Okay. It's a little bit
maybe
better
if I get...
when you moved for some reason.
Okay.
So
Okay. Cool.
okay, carry on.
Is that better that way?
Sorry
Can
to
you hear me
interrupt.
okay? Okay. All right. So let's see. So we're talking about consuming a large amount of CBD oil. Um, mm, mm, mm. So after we take this whopping dose of 1,000 milligrams of CBD oil, the amount of THC in that is still way less than the 50 milligrams that you would get, from a joint or whatever else to fail a drug test. According to an article by Leafly, which is a world-renowned website for all of their knowledge of cannabis, even after taking a massive 1,000 or 2,000 milligram dose of CBD, an individual would still only have an 11 to 23% chance of failing a urine drug test, which is huge. So it's, after that size of a dose, you're taking, 1,000 or 2,000 milligrams, so you're looking at 11 to 23% chance. That's pretty amazing. At much more standard doses, which is like 25 milligrams of CBD oil, the rate of drug test failure is less than 0.2% on a standard dose. According to these numbers, you have about 1 in 500 chance of failing a drug test after taking a normal daily serving of low THC CBD oil. That's kind of cool. While it's uncommon to test positively for THC while taking CBD oil, the possibility is always there because there is THC in it. Everybody's body chemical makeup is different, and it's possible. It's happened before. Maybe, you're that 1 in a million chance. I don't know. For the most part, people are not. So, drug tests look for THC specifically. They're not looking for CBD. They're not looking for other cannabinoids. All they're looking for is that level of THC, if you have any, and how much it is. So that's a good thing. So basically, for drug testing, what I tell everyone is take reasonable doses, use a CBD isolate or a broad spectrum if you're in a position where you get drug tested a lot, if you're at work and or you're military or you're first responder or something to that effect. Use an isolate, use a broad spectrum, something without, a 0% THC in it. But most folks will be just fine. So that kind of covers the drug testing.
I'm going to say something because I know some people are still saying it's cutting in and out. Those of you live, you hear me okay, and you hear me okay, or are we all cutting out?
What am I doing? Hang on. Sorry. This is what I'm trying to do. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to reduce the cutting in and out by basically whenever one person is talking, just have the screen on them. So it's not showing all three of us. Kira, you cut out way more than Shay right now. So I have no idea why, even though you were good. So you can let me know if I am cutting in and out. But I know that some of what Shay said was clear. So I mean, it's the internet, it's technology, so we really cannot control that. So, but yeah, we can do questions if you want. So, are we doing questions, or you want to talk about the benefits first?
We can do whatever works, whatever you think is easier.
What's your benefits first?
Okay.
I think that's a common question.
Okay, that sounds good. Benefits, CBD, when I say CBD can help with all of these different things, it's really more so that CBD helps your body do all of these different things, manage all of these different things, help with all these different things. It's not this CBD magic pill that's going to cover all of your boo-boos and everything is going to be great. So when I say that CBD, the benefits of CBD, yes, you do get the benefits of CBD, but it's because your body has been activated so that it can help itself, basically. So benefits of CBD, I've just got a short list here, which is kind of long when you think about it. I didn't even put all of them on here because there's so many out there. There's like 20,000 studies that are going on right now. So some of those are about Parkinson's disease, Crohn's, IBS, IBD, anxiety, which is huge for basically everyone in the country, stress and depression, Alzheimer's, PPD, and PPA. So all of our, new moms out there, if you're going through a rough time, baby's young, let me tell you, you are not alone. That's a big deal. ADD, ADHD, asthma, autism, arthritis, fibromyalgia, general, all kinds of different pain, inflammation, seizures, skin conditions, insomnia, multiple sclerosis, PTSD, which is another huge one with all of our veterans, and thank you, Kira, and all of these other, bazillion things that are out there. And pets too. Dogs and cats, all mammals have an endocannabinoid system, so they can all benefit from this stuff too. So it's pretty fantastic. And when we talk about benefits, I always want to talk about risks, because I'm the type of person that I want to figure out, okay, all these great things, that's awesome. But what about all the crap? What about the side effects? What about, all these other things that could potentially happen if I take this medicine, or if I do this, or, whatever. So the risks of CBD, that list is super short. It is number one on my list is practically none. There's almost zero risks of CBD, which is amazing. It's a plant, it's basically, if you went out to the yard and picked a dandelion out of the dirt and ate it, what are the risks of doing that? You're probably going to, have some parasites, or, eat some dirt and that kind of thing, because it's a plant. CBD comes from the cannabis plant. It's not a synthetic. Well, unless you buy a synthetic, but don't do that. It's not a synthetic. It's a plant, so there's almost no risk to it. If you do end up taking too much CBD, which there's not really a dose that's too much, because your body will simply excrete anything that it doesn't need and only use what it does need. There's not really a too much. But if you do end up taking what you might be a little more than what your body needs, you might get a headache. So drink some water. It's basically all the risks I have. It's kind of cool.
Okay, so Shay, I want to ask you something, because I don't know if you addressed it. And thank you, Vicky. Vicky let us know that I'm not cutting in and out, so Kira is, and we're gonna kind of keep that to a minimum, because what happened is when Kira's talking, she's interfering with you, and then you're cutting in and out. So yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm only putting the people on the screen who are talking. I'm so sorry, Kira. I love you, but I'll put you on the screen in a little bit. No one's seeing you. I am only, because I can see you. Stage. Okay, so I'll put you on in a little bit, though. What is the difference between your CBD and other CBD out there? Because, I live in Southern California, and I know that there was a recent either study or the researching, I don't know, they had a documentary or something on the news that they went ahead undercover and tested a whole lot of CBD, and some of them were really, really bad. So I would love for you to explain that, because we don't want just people just to go out and then, because now you see CBD in Southern California like you see Starbucks, there's a lot. But we want to make sure that if you're taking CBD, that you are really, truly looking into it versus just picking up anything. So can you please speak to that?
Absolutely. That is one thing that I caution people on all the time. Know your source. Know where it comes from. Just like anything else you want to put in your body, food or drinks or whatever, know your source. One of the big things that you can pick up CBD just about anywhere. Like you said, you can pick it up at a vape shop or at CVS now, or wherever. And it can be scary, because some of the ingredients in there, you either don't know what they are, you don't know where they came from, you don't know if they're sourced properly, all these different things. So with Cannabism Organics, we are, just like the name says, everything is 100% organic. I do not compromise on that. I can't, because I give this to my kids, I give this to my family. And that was like, one of my number one things. I don't want to compromise on that quality. So it's all organic. And one thing about the hemp plant, all of ours comes from an organic hemp farm out in the Colorado mountains. And hemp is very special in that it sucks up everything in the ground around it. It sucks up anything that's in the dirt, in the groundwater, any pesticides, any chemicals, anything that's within a certain mile radius. So ours is very specific in that we don't use anything, or the ground is a century of organic. Nothing has ever been on it. It's in the mountains of Colorado. So that's huge. We have no chemicals, no pesticides, no chemicals of any kind, no herbicides. Like I said, it's grown in the Colorado mountains, not in China, where a lot of the CBD is coming from, right now that you can pick up from anywhere, which is super scary. I mean, it sounds hilarious because, that CBD came from China, but it's true. Most of the CBD that is in this country right now is from China, and we have no idea what's actually in there, whether it works or not. I mean, we don't know because we don't really know what it is. So we chose the Colorado mountains because of the soil quality that is up there, and then air quality and the sunlight that is at that particular elevation is excellent for growing hemp, organic hemp. Another thing about ours is that it's CO2 extracted, which is the cleanest method available. It leaves behind no pesticides, no chemicals, no nothing in the end product, which ours doesn't have any of that anyway, but it's the cleanest method that you can use in comparison to some brands do, like an ethanol extraction or even a butane extraction or water extraction or different kinds of oil extractions. All of those can leave behind a residue, and it ends up in the final product. And I didn't want that because I don't know, who wants alcohol or, butane in their final product, what they're putting in their bodies. I don't. My kids don't. So, and we have nothing on our property that is synthetic. We don't use any synthetics in any of our products here. Let's see. Ours is a high concentrate. It stands out from other brands because I hate when people waste their money on things. It drives me crazy. I want people to have quality because that's what I want from my family. Why, everybody wants high quality. So with that comes a high concentrate. You only have to use a couple of drops of mine in order for it to start working in your body. And some companies, you're taking a half dropper or a full dropper or 2 droppers, or I'm just keep seeing all these different brands coming out. Well, you have to use 2.5 droppers to get to your same 25 milligram dose. And I'm like, what is in there? Because it's mostly just the carrier oil with almost no CBD if you have to take that much per dose. So ours is super high concentrate. You only have to use a couple of drops, which saves people money in the long run because you're not using as much, so it lasts a lot longer. We're also third-party tested. We have COA reports on file, available to anyone who wants them. So that's awesome. Basically, it tells you everything that is in that particular batch in that plant. Also, a small business. I am just a mom who wanted something better for my family and my kids, and I do all of it myself. I have a couple of friends who, kind of help spread the word a little bit for me. It's all me. I'm bottling, have my bottling. I'm shipping out. I'm taking your orders. I'm processing. I'm talking to all of my customers. Anybody who has questions, I'm here. And I'm here just about 24 hours a day because I'm a mom and I never sleep.
I have another.
Let's see.
I have another question for you, Shay.
Yeah.
Is it labeled if it comes from China, or can you speak to that, please?
Generally, no, because what happens is that some of these companies are sourcing from questionable places and slapping a label on it and just calling it, hemp oil or wherever. You don't have to put the source on the bottle, so nobody has to know. So it's kind of tough. So that's why you want to research company, talk to the owner if you can, talk to somebody there and ask them, where does this come from? Where is the source? Where, all the questions.
Oh, that makes total sense. So yeah, thank you for speaking to that. So we did talk about what is CBD. We talked about drug testing. Shay talked about the risks of CBD, which is basically none. And then we talked about why your company is different. And now we have some questions. First one is one of our beautiful people said, would love to learn anything about how CBD can ease my anxiety as well as help my 2 little girls, 3 years and 5 months. So she has two girls. And what's safe, how often. She's a newbie, so she wants to basically kind of know what she needs to know.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I have a 3-year-old, so a 10-year-old, but I have a 3-year-old right now, and he has been taking CBD since before he was born. CBD is awesome because it is naturally occurring in breast milk and the placenta, which is a whole different story. But we'll talk about the breast milk because you've got a 5-month-old there too. So if you're taking the CBD, then your 5-month-old is getting endocannabinoids from you if you're breastfeeding. If you're not breastfeeding, that's okay too. You can do just like 1 drop, either give to the baby if you want to do it that way. But yeah, it's very, very safe for babies, kids, pregnant moms, the whole 9 yards. For my 3-year-old, he gets, just for kind of a dose comparison, my 3-year-old gets usually about 2 drops, sometimes 3 if the dropper slips a little bit. Again, there's no like overdose. There's no, you don't have to be scared of it if you accidentally give an extra drop to one of the little ones. Like there's nothing to be concerned about there because it's a plant. You can't really overdose. So my 3-year-old gets about 2 drops, sometimes 3, and my 10-year-old gets 3, sometimes 4-ish, something like that. And it varies per person. So sometimes, like my 10-year-old generally doesn't need a second dose before bedtime, but my 3-year-old usually does. So he gets another drop or 2 an hour before bed. I always recommend doing your CBD dose in the morning for everyone, unless your only issues are basically insomnia, sleep-related, something like that. Then you want to start your dose before bedtime. But generally, most people want to start first thing in the morning. You get up, take your CBD, eat your breakfast, start your day. You should start feeling the effects within about an hour for the most part, depending on the severity of your issues, body chemical, and all that. Does that answer your question there?
I think if you can also talk about anxiety, how does it help with anxiety? Or yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really cool kind of how it works, and it works differently for everyone. But I can kind of just speak to mine and some of my clients that have told me about their experiences. Anxiety, I have always been like this introverted person, and even doing these video conferences is like so far out of my box, it's ridiculous. But thank God for CBD because we're here tonight. But anxiety, it's a tough beast, honestly. And with a 5-month-old, you've got postpartum anxiety in there and all of these other hormones and issues and all these, going on. So for anxiety in adults, it's really, it's hard to explain because it's almost, once you try it, you're like, oh, that's what it is. It's almost like just a calmness that comes over you. Things are not as hard as they used to be. Like I always have issues when I go to the airport. When I'm going somewhere, I am not a person who likes going to places that have a lot of people. I went to the grocery today, and apparently everyone and their brother was there. It was awful. Even my 10-year-old was like, there's too many people in here. There's too many people in here. I was like, oh no, we gotta go. So it's kind of just like just a calmness that kind of comes over you. Everything is not so overwhelming. You're not, hit in the face with all these different emotions and feelings and just uncontrollable, what do I do kind of thing. So it's it's almost like the lack of all those things, if that makes sense. Like they're just not there anymore. Does
Totally.
that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
And I mean, my question to you, for someone who's starting out and they want to experiment with it, do you recommend maybe just getting like the smaller bottle and see how they react to it or how it helps them or not, just so they can experiment?
Yeah, you can do. Everyone's going to have their own dose. My kids like gummies. They take the CBD. They come running for the CBD oil. They love it all, but they love the gummies. Those are fantastic. Each of them is a 25 milligram dose, so it's a full adult dose for each gummy. So don't, pop them like candy because you're going to sleep really good in about 2 hours. But yes, you want to you can cut the gummies in half for the kids, or just do, you can put the dose in a smoothie or whatever. But basically, everyone's going to kind of experiment to find their own perfect sweet spot. So kids and adults alike.
Totally. Oh my gosh, I really want to try the gummies for my daughter because she doesn't sleep.
They're amazing. And they're all organic and no crap ingredients, no food dyes or anything like that. So very exciting.
Don't eat the bag of gummies.
Delicious.
I'll probably will eat the bag of gummies. All right. So another question that we had today for you, Shay, is someone said, I've been trying out a patch that has other essential oils extracts in it. Sometimes I feel great, but other times not so great. I'd like to know why and if there's anything I'm doing wrong. I'm almost to the point of ditching the patches and going back to anti-anxiety pharmaceutical options. I'm worried about the purity and safety of what's being sold, and I know you spoke to that already. We definitely recommend, both Kira and I recommend the CBD from Shay, so we're not advertising other CBDs. And she said that she's worried about the purity, of course, and she's chatted with a rep for the company she buys the patches from, and she says that she's a special case because of all her physical issues. She has celiac, IBS, anxiety, esophageal ulcer, and wacky food allergies. So the representative said he's only had people complain about headaches when first beginning using the patch. She had horrible heartburn, she said, and a fluttering feeling in her heart, which she's pretty sure is anxiety. I don't know anything about the patch. I don't know if you know anything about it, Shay, and if you can address some of the things in the question.
Yeah, absolutely. There are a number of different ways, different methods of application. One of them is the transdermal. There's topical, and then there's transdermal. The transdermal, basically, it typically comes in a patch. Sometimes it comes in a gel. The gel is much less popular. I haven't seen many companies that have a gel at all, but some of them do have a patch. All of the ones that I've seen with a patch do have essential oils, different extracts, other ingredients that are in there, which can be irritating because you have to put the patch, in order for it to work transdermally, you have to put the patch on the inside of your wrist, on the inside of your ankle, somewhere that's a venous place so that it can start traveling through your body. So that can be an irritating in those areas. Plus, the other ingredients are often not properly diluted in comparison to your particular dosage. So that can cause a few issues as well. I'm not sure. I don't offer a patch, so I'm not sure of all of the different ins and outs or how all of them work. I know some of them you can cut and put just a portion of the patch on your body. That may be an option. Maybe that dosage is off. But typically, patches are better for like a localized area, for pain, inflammation. A transdermal patch sometimes will last people somewhere between 4 and 12 hours, but the effects wear off pretty quickly once you take the patch off. So that's a good thing. Let's see. What else did I find about that? Oh, patches are good for people who cannot ingest the CBD oil either orally or in a capsule form, that kind of thing. but it's not as powerful as other methods. It sounds like if that particular brand, I don't know what brand it is, but it sounds like if that particular brand is causing issues, then I would think there's probably other ingredients in there that maybe we don't know about, or maybe that you in particular have a reaction to. I don't know, but you are more than welcome. If you want to post like a picture of the label on there, I'd be happy to break it down for you. I dig into the research. I love to compare things for my clients, because I want, if something works for somebody, then please go with that. But if it doesn't, then we need to find out why and what it is that you need. Something different, something else. Try different things. Does that answer that?
I think so. I think you answered. And of course, the person who posted the question, I don't know. I know Kira copied and pasted. So maybe we can tag her in the replay. I don't know if she's live with us. And then she can post maybe a picture or the name of the company, because I totally agree with you. Because maybe the other ingredients are causing all this. And yeah. And then the sales rep usually is going to tell her what,
Right.
special case.
Right.
So.
Right. That's another thing I was going to touch on too. You kind of have to be careful when you're choosing your CBD, because where you're getting it from, some folks are, this sounds really bad to say, but some folks are, it's a business. It's a business. There are tons of MLM companies out there that people are, getting into the CBD world, and they're, getting their feet wet. But the issue is that they haven't put in as much time into educating themselves on CBD, hemp, cannabis, the whole nine yards before they start selling this stuff. So that can be dangerous, because I find a lot of these people making false claims, unfortunately, because not because they're trying to, but because they just don't know. So that's one thing you just kind of want to keep an eye out for is, what is the rep talking about? What are they referring to? Can you look up studies that support their claims? Can you find, all of these things that, they're talking about, and kind of, compare and contrast and figure out what do they have in there that's different than these other brands? What are they telling me that is, that this can help with, when, maybe something else is telling me that it doesn't help with that, or whatever. So there's a lot of research to be done for sure before you just, start choosing something and try it out. So.
I love that. I love, like asking them about the research, because when they stumble, there isn't any. Yeah. So, Kira, I'm going to bring you on. Stop looking at your phone.
I'm checking comments.
I know. I'm kidding with you. Do you have any other questions that we didn't cover or that I forgot to ask Shay?
No, those were the big ones that were posted. And I'm trying to think if we've had other general questions around that. I think you hit them all.
I think the only thing that maybe we didn't touch on was all the different methods of application. We did talk about the transdermal with the patches and that kind of thing. There is oral, which is what people are most familiar with when they think about CBD oil. You're just, dripping our brand of dripping a few drops under the tongue, swallowing. Some people like to chase it with apple juice or water or breakfast or whatever. So oral is one option, and then vape, that's another option. Inhaling it, that is much quicker than just about any other option that's out there for application. But as research is coming out, and all of these different stories are coming out about vaping, it may not be as healthy as people think, which I personally kind of side on that. I've never been a smoker of any kind, because I kind of feel like the lungs are built for oxygen, and that's about it. But for some people, it works for them. And if you're in the middle of an anxiety attack, or you're in the middle of a panic attack or something, and you need something right now, inhalation is going to be the quickest way to get the CBD into your system. So that's still an option, even though, I probably wouldn't recommend that on a long-term kind of thing. But if, there's certain situations for everything, if that makes sense. So vape is an option. Topical is another one that we talked about. That is kind of, that's what our relief balm is. It's a topical. It's not a transdermal. It's not going to go into your bloodstream, but it helps a lot with different inflammations, arthritis, pain, migraines. You can put it in the back of your neck for migraines or temples. So that's like a topical. It's like a lotion, a balm kind of thing. So that's a topical application. And we have capsules. We're getting ready to come out with capsules. They should be ready soon. And those are really awesome for folks who don't like the taste of the CBD oil, or if they have gut issues, IBS, IBD, Crohn's disease, all of those kind of things, because it kind of bypasses, your, not really your digestive system, but kind of just, it gets to the stomach before it kind of breaks apart, and the capsule can, get all of the CBD oil goodness in those areas instead of kind of more of a head CBD application. Let's see. Oh, suppositories. I was talking to somebody about this a couple of weeks ago. Some folks have issues that, like IBS, IBD, or even PMS and monthly things, PMDD, endometriosis, all these different things that a suppository can help with. So that's fantastic. That's going to be hopefully coming in the next couple of months. We're working on formulating all of that fun stuff. And then transdermal, which we talked about. So there's lots of options out there for sure.
All right, but I have a quick question, another one. So some of your CBD that you have in your company, it does have THC, correct?
It does. Right now we have full spectrum, which does have the THC. It's got 0.3% THC in the full spectrum. We also have an isolate, which is 0.0 THC. And then we have getting ready to roll out a broad spectrum, which is also a 0.0% THC, but it also has all of those other amazing cannabinoids and terpenes in it, just like the full spectrum, but minus the THC. So, yeah.
All right, I have another question, because again, I'm in SoCal and we can grow it. And so whoever's in SoCal or whatever, where other states that it's legal, how about when you grow it yourself, organic and everything, and you just pick the buds and roll them and, kind of like, not in a vape, but like smoke the bud. I mean, just to put it out there. What do you feel? How do you feel about that? And, or what's the research about it? I know it's still smoking, but then, like you said, it's some people, they just want the quick effect, and maybe just like one puff or two puffs or whatever. But we're talking about like the pure bud that they're actually either growing themselves or buying organically from, a supplier or whatever it is.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been looking into those lately, actually. There is a benefit from that because you're talking more about the inhaling the plant itself. It's not so much the vape juices and everything else that kind of comes with a vape cart, but the plant itself, basically like rolling a hemp joint, which there are some benefits to that. Native Americans have been doing it for centuries, and it's helpful. I don't have a ton of research on that yet. We're trying to roll out other things right now, but that is super fascinating. I'll be very interested to see what turns up when we dig into that for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah, I did hear about, and I don't know if you did hear about it, cigarettes, like how they sell tobacco cigarettes, whatever. So they're selling like, I don't know, what is it called? Hemp? Is it hemp joint or CBD joints or I don't know.
Yeah, they call them pre-rolls.
Pre-rolls, okay. So they are being sold, kind of like you go buy a Marlboro or whatever, Camel, whatever the tobacco, the cigarettes are. So you just buy that, and it is just pure.
And you totally can. Again, you want to make sure of your source because we have no idea of what's actually in there unless you know what you're looking for, like, slice it open and go through the whole thing and look, know what you're looking for. So just be aware of your source on those, but there are some benefits to that for sure. Absolutely.
No, agree with you. And it is really important, like you said, also to look into the source, because even when you're also buying the buds, if you're not buying it organically and you don't know who's growing it, it might be sprayed, using herbicides, pesticides, and all those things. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Kira, do you have any questions?
No, I'm just, watching live.
That's funny.
Trying not to talk over here so it doesn't cut out. But I mean, that's just great. She hit most common questions. And another question that you ask, more questions are going to come out this. How can they ask you questions? Like, should we send them to your website? You have a Facebook group?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. You're breaking up there, but I think I'm following you.
Sorry, hang on, Shay, just 1 second. I did put your website in the comments. I'm going to put it again because we do definitely highly recommend that they visit the website. But yeah, let us know how they can contact you or ask you. Because sometimes I think people want to ask like private questions or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. We have the CBD Education Group is the name of our private group that we have. And anyone is more than welcome to join, ask questions, post any questions that you have, comment anywhere. We have giveaways in there, specials in there. I have tons and tons and tons of research in there that I've done personally, that I've pulled from NCBI and all of these other very reputable places for research, because I'm kind of a research nerd. So all of that is in that group. There's other people that are using Cannabism organic CBD. They're also using other brands and trying to cross compare and see, kind of what they think. I'm not. I want people to find what works for them, and if that's my brand, great. If not, that's okay too, because I'm more so about helping people. I want them to get what they need, and I'm more than happy to help them figure out whatever that is. So it's the CBD Education Group. I'll link it in the comments once we get off of here too. So it's a good place to be.
Yay! Thank you. I know I asked. Oh, Kira said she can't. Okay. Kira, you're back on. So Shay, just please, if you can post your group, and you're also on Instagram. I love your Instagram stories, and you post a lot on Instagram too. So your Instagram is the same website name, right?
Mm-hmm. Cannabism Organics. Yep.
Very easy to find. I don't know if you have any more questions. Thank you so much, Shay. You covered literally everything about CBD.
Oh.
What it is, the side effects, which is basically none, the benefits, and again, just like Shay said, experiment and see what works for you. And again, I know that Kira, you also commented on another person who said that it didn't work for them, and that's fine because it's not going to work for everybody, right? Like,
no, generally no. I would. If it's not working for someone, then I would, again, go back to the source, check your brand, see what's in there, because you may be getting a bunch of fillers and we don't know, or something synthetic and we don't know. So
yes,
it's worth checking into.
Oh, that's awesome. So giveaway right now, or you were going to talk about the masterclass first?
I was going to talk, but keep breaking up. I'm kind of scared too.
You are kind of scared. Okay, so what we can do is maybe we can ask Shay to, because it's almost 11 her time. So if Shay, you want to get off, and then we can definitely announce the winner after Kira talks about the masterclass, because I know when just you and I, Kira, were on, the connection was a little better. So I don't know. We can try. What do you think?
Sounds good.
5 more minutes to get there.
Yes, thank you.
That sounds good. Thank you, guys. This was awesome.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Check out and have a good night.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All righty. So we're not announcing the winner yet. We are going to talk about. So we still have people who are like signing up last minute right now, right?
Yeah, and this gives them a few more minutes to do that. Am I okay now, or am I still broken up?
You're getting way better right now.
Okay, it's so interesting.
Okay.
I still feel like that broken up.
Yeah, you're a little. You're choppy again. I don't know. I thought. Hang on. Let me just maybe. Okay. What about now?
Okay. I'll talk.
Yeah.
There's still a bad echo. I don't understand. It was fine when we first started.
I know. I can talk about the masterclass.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So, order to enter the giveaway, we said it a few times and we're going to repeat it again. Please make sure you register for the masterclass, which is happening on September 20th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we definitely have the links everywhere. It's in the description of this video. It is in the comments. So this is the first one. So the masterclass is Sugar and Carbs Are Making You Fat, the 4-step system to reduce your sugar intake and be in control of your cravings without the deprivation and overwhelm so you can look and feel vibrant from the inside out. So we are sharing our 4-step system for reducing sugar and refined carbs, like we said. And this is the same system that has helped us and our client. Truly, we shared our stories with you in the Prime, in the video series, and to drastically gain control of our health and our clients gain control of their health. So the masterclass is for you if you find yourself reaching for cookies or ice cream after a stressful day, you want to reduce anxiety and or other debilitating chronic health issues. You want to wake up with energy instead of dragging out of bed. And we've been hearing this a lot. It's really breaking our hearts when we see moms who are just like Kira and I, busy as same as us, and they literally cannot get out of bed, or they just drag and they're literally tired and exhausted all the time. So this masterclass is for you if you want to create new habits instead of reaching for cakes, ice cream, and cookies to celebrate your accomplishments. And you also, if you have weight that won't budge. So we encourage those of you who registered to truly tune in into this masterclass, because we're just going to lay out the system for you that will help you kind of move forward and gain control of the sugar cravings and eat less. Because remember, Kira and I are realistic. We are not going to tell you you're going to cut it out forever and ever. And if you register, you get the replay. And also, we have a PowerPoint for you. And you have nothing to lose. So just join, register. And if you don't like it, just click us away. And if you like it, then you'll like it. So,
and we promise that the reception will be good.
Yes, usually it is pretty good. It's just we had a little hiccup today. And where are we at? Okay, so over here. You're sounding good, in and out.
I'm scared to talk. I've been just typing comments.
You're good. Talk right now.
Okay. It's so strange because there's a big delay and I hear an echo.
I know. You're okay, so the quality is not that great. But anyway, so we have 4 people, right, who entered the giveaway?
Hang on, I'm looking. We have 5.
5. Should we tell? Let's tag them in here and see if because what if we missed somebody and we don't know? We need to check, because we had a lot of people sign up for the masterclass and we're like, wait a minute, So
Okay.
so I know Brittany is one.
Christine.
Oh, we have a lot of Christine. Christine
Broderick.
Okay.
Sarah.
Sarah. It sounded like Tara. Sorry. Sarah. I have a lot of Sarahs. So which Sarah?
Hang on. Sarah Beth Warrington.
Sarah Beth. Got her. Okay. Who else?
We have Melissa Holman.
Okay.
And Corinne.
Karina?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know if Karina's in the group though. I can't tag her. Is it too odd?
Oh.
Yes, Lambert. Okay. Wait, didn't we have someone with what's her name? Ziana? I think so. Yeah, Ziana Lopez. She signed up for the master class, I believe.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Is there?
This is why we double check.
Yes, and then that's why we really want you to comment. So for now, we have Brittany Hawker, Christine Broderick, Sarah Beth Warrington, and if I'm butchering your last names, I'm so sorry. Like, English is my third language. I speak 4 languages. Melissa Holman. I have Karina Lembright and Ziana Lopez so far for the giveaway. If we missed anybody, please let us know in the comments here so we can go ahead and check.
And I'm checking right now too. I think that's everyone. Because we have a couple people for the other giveaway, but that's completely separate.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Okay. All right. So I think this is it then. We can definitely draw.
I've got my random name picker open and I have all the names typed in.
You do? Okay, perfect then. We just had a few people request to join, so I don't know if they wanted to enter the giveaway, but anyway, so Kira entered them already. So speak now or forever hold your peace. If you think you entered the giveaway but we missed you, let us know in the comments before Kira picks somebody. Like, she is about to push that button.
So close. Push.
So close to pushing the button. If you entered the giveaway and we didn't mention your name, because we're doing it live. Okay, I think that's it because it's almost 8 and we all have families that we need to get to.
Okay.
Let's do this. Click that button.
Button.
And if you missed the giveaway, I don't know what to say. We've been announcing it since last week.
Okay, drum roll, please. Sarah.
Sarah is the winner! Sarah, let me tag her. Sarah. Sarah, Beth. Goodness, we have so many Sarahs. It's like...
Make sure you tag the right one.
Winner! Yay! Congratulations. And, we will definitely have more giveaways. And we do have a giveaway during the masterclass that we are giving away a free spot in our online course, The Sweet Defeat. The Sweet Defeat is an online course that's going to take you through the whole journey of helping you drastically reduce refined sugar and refined carbs so you can go from exhausted to energized in a matter of days. Brittany said, yay. Oh, no, Shay said, yay. And Brittany said, I'm here. Sorry, I was doing my book party and just finished. Congrats, Sarah. Oh, Brittany. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, make sure that you register for the masterclass so you get a chance to win a free spot in the Sweet Defeat. We're only offering one, and we are announcing that and during the masterclass, right? So basically at the end.
Yeah.
Same
type of thing.
Yes. But if you cannot join us live, it's okay. Just register because we're only sending replay to those who register. And Sarah is so excited. She's like, so excited. Thanks so much. Oh my goodness. So Sarah, if you can send either Shay or myself or Kira your address so we can mail you your goodies and tell us how you feel about them. Oh, you?
Yeah, because I have the bottles. Shay sent them to me.
Oh, sorry. Shay sent them to her. Never mind. Don't contact Kira. Contact Shay. Contact Kira. She'll give you all that. And I think that's it. If you have any questions for us, if you need to know anything about the masterclass, anything about Sweet Defeat, please let us know.
Or anything about CBD.
Or anything about CBD, yes. And again, please, if you have a question that you want to ask privately, you can definitely reach out to Shay privately. She's on Facebook. She's on Instagram. Yeah. And she's awesome, so. Oh, Sarah's looking forward to the masterclass. You might win a spot.
Both.
Can you imagine if she also wins a spot in the Sweet Defeat? Meaning you got to go to Vegas. I'm going to Vegas next week, so yeah. All right, so thank you so much and have a great night.
Thanks, guys. Sorry I couldn't talk.
I know. Bye.